Hi everyone, it's Laura, and today I'm here to show you the new Craftin Desert Diva box card die set. There are already two fabulous videos on the Craftin Desert Divas YouTube channel that I encourage you to go check out. Lindsay and Laura have done an excellent job of going over how to make the box card. So I'm not really going to discuss that too much today in my video, but I have been contacted a few times about the box cards that I have created for the release that have some different elements in them. So today, that's what I'm going to go over with you, is just touch on some of those questions that you guys have had for me. So one of the biggest ones I've had is, does this work on a cuddle bug? Yes, it does. This is a 6x6 sheet of paper here, and as you can see, I have the box card die laid out on it, put the top on, and it fits perfectly. I have the old original green one. I would love to have one of the new colors, but that's not feasible since my old one's still working. So yes, it does work on a cuddle bug just fine. So moving on, my first card that I want to show you is my space card. And this features the Space Cadets digital stamp set that just came out yesterday, as well as the box card die. These are digital stamps that I have printed out, used my Cricut Explorer, cut them out, and then colored them and put them all together. And today what I'm going to feature is this little front panel here that is a shaker. And I don't know if you will actually be able to see that it's really a shaker or not, but there you go. Now you can see a little bit better. And I'm going to show you how I created that. It's really easy. You just cut out two of your box card die, the base platform for it, and that's what I have done here. And then you're going to glue it together here. I use score tape. You want to use a very strong tape to hold this together. That's what I choose to use, so that's what I used. And then as you can see, you put it together like this. Now, there's a cutout here, and we'll discuss that with my next one. And you'll notice that the flap here is missing. That flap is right here. And what I did to create this front part of the shaker, to create this frame part, I cut off this flap right here, the top flap. And then I took the inside die cut that cuts this panel for the side panels. I cut that, I laid it on there, cut it out, and as you can see, you'll be left with this piece. Okay? Pretty simple, easy. Then I used this piece, and I did the dioxide distress inking on it, and then I just laid it, I put it down on this. I'll show you here. Then I just laid that on my front page, like so. And then I just inlaid this, put glue on the back of this piece, glued it down, left it, pulled this piece up. Okay, and then I added foam tape back here. Well, actually first what I did was added a piece of acetate here in the front to make your window part. And then I added some styrofoam around it, stuck it back down, put in my shaker pieces and stuck it back down. So that's quickly how I created this front flap. Very simple. If you've ever made a shaker card before, it's the same type of thing. I'm just trying to show you the styrofoam in there. But if you've ever made a shaker card, that's the same type of thing. You just have to do a couple extra steps for this, but very simple, and it takes your box card up. Just a fun step. Okay, the next card that I want to show you is my pirate card, and this is also using digital stamps. This is one of our new die cuts. It came out last month, and you can see down here there's some seahorses and different things in there. So to create this card, what I did was same as always, make your box card, get it all stuck together, and then what I did was put a piece of acetate here. And to do this, you're going to have your little panel flaps here. Okay, and that's what holds all of these fun little elements here. That's what holds them up. You can also see that I added one down here at the bottom. Okay, and inside this one, I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. I kind of stepped my, here, if I go down here, will you be able to see better? Yeah, there you go. Now you can see it a little bit better. If you can tell, I've stepped those up so that all of my pieces move up a step, but they're also hidden by the one below. So what I have done with this one is I cut this first one like this, set it in here, glued it in, okay? And then I also measured this, which the measurements are already on another video, so I'm not going to go over that again. Die cut another piece. This is done with the waves border. Glued it on, trimmed it off to the right size, and that's how I created those. And then for the next piece, how I did it was I cut a piece, measured it to see how high I wanted the next length, like this one here, or even this one back here. This one back here will be easier to see. You can see the die cut on it. And then you notice this one in the background's even taller. And that's how I created those, was I just measured and then used the die and cut out the top portion. The other way that you could do it is cut a panel and then just glue this piece on top of your panel. Okay, so that's how this one is done. I just put a line of glue on the inside of this, laid down my acetate to make my clear window box. Okay, pretty simple, a lot of fun. This one was a little more difficult just because of doing the stair stepping on the inside. Like I said, I don't know if you can actually see that very well, but it was a lot of fun to do. So, okay. And then my third box that I have to show you today is my dinosaur box. And I have to say, this one is one of my favorites. I love that you can see the little scene all the way through the window box, but yet have the little pterodactyls, I think is what they are called, flying. And there's not really too much that I did different on this one, other than I created all of the scene down below, basically. So I don't know if you can see that in the video or not. I'm trying to get it in there. And how I did this was I did all of my tabs, but I also put them down here on the bottom. Okay, not the top. I didn't put them up here like I did on my space card. They're all down here on the bottom. And how I did this one was a little bit different. I did start out by taking my tabs and putting them here in the windows. And I created my scene. But how I created my scene, and this is one of the big tips that I have for both the pirate card and the dinosaur card, is create this all laying flat. Don't put your box together yet. Put all your tabs in here, okay? And for the pirate card, how I did that was I kind of stacked my tabs up a little bit too. That's the other way that I did it, was kind of layered them together, something kind of like this, and then you could even do your third one up here. And that will show you how you kind of step them up and make your panels longer down here. Okay? But the biggest tip that I can tell you is to create your card down on this, close it, glue it all together, then open it up and let it pop up. That's the easiest way, because when you put it all together down here on the ground, before you pop your box open, it will let you see more of what's showing through on each one of them. I'm trying to see if you can see that. And I would take this apart and let you see on the inside so that you can see it a little bit better. But when you have this all laid down like this, you can see all those elements inside and see exactly how they're stacking up. Like, is this ship covering up this girl? Is this boy covering up too much of my bottom scene? Etc. So that's how I created those, is just lay them flat, get everything laid out, then glue everything together and pop it up. I hope that has answered most of your questions. If there is something that I haven't covered that hasn't made sense to you, how I made the window here is really simple. It's the same thing as with the window panel. You get this little die which creates these little lovely stitched panels here. And all I did was took that and laid that down on my front and die cut that out. And then you pop out this piece here, and that leaves you this nice window to put in your acetate. Very simple, very easy. So if you have any other questions for me, leave a comment or pop over on the Craftin Desert Divas gallery group. I'm there quite a bit, and I will be more than happy to answer any of your questions. Thanks everyone, and have a great day.